Hello there. Uh, you're used to seeing me on Mondays if you're familiar with this channel. I'm not supposed to be on Fridays. There are other people that are getting the opportunity to speak to you, and you're going to be blessed very much by them. But I've asked Whitney for the opportunity to at least put this video out there that she can insert any Friday that she wants to. This channel, what we're trying to do is reach people who have not figured out what to do with God. Maybe they've just not been taught about God. Maybe they weren't raised to know Him and to experience Him, and they just don't have the knowledge they need. But sometimes people don't have God in their lives because, frankly, they gave up on God. He was there at one point, but then it seemed like He wasn't. They went through some terrible pain, and they cried out to God, and it just didn't seem like God answered. And maybe He did, but they didn't understand how to find His answer or how to see His answer. I wasn't there when those things happened. You may be one of those people, and you might be in such a place right now. That might be why God doesn't have a place in your life, because you were disappointed with Him at one point. Well, if that's the case, I want to share something with you this morning. It's not going to be a full answer to everything that's in your mind, all the questions that you have. How can it be? I don't know what you went through. But I can share with you something from the Bible, from a guy who knows that kind of a road, who knows what it was like to be disappointed with God. His name is David, and he wrote a lot of Psalms. And Psalms are songs, but they weren't always songs of joy. I want to read one of them for you. It's Psalm 13. That might seem appropriate. You know, we tend to attach 13 with bad things, and if you're superstitious, you might do that. Well, David's writing about a bad time in his life. Let me read for you this psalm. It won't take very long. How long, Lord? Will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts, and day after day have sorrow in my heart? How long will my enemy triumph over me? Look on me and answer, Lord my God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep in death, and my enemy will say, I have overcome me, and my foes will rejoice when I fall. Let me just throw a straight question. Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever wanted to ask God those kind of questions? Have you ever been stuck in the middle of pain and it was so horrific and so terrible that you had to ask those questions? Have you ever been disappointed with God like that? Well, if you have, you're not by yourself. David's been down that same road. Now, I guess all of us end up on that road. Maybe you can't avoid the road. But it's not a road you want to stay on, and it's not a road you have to stay on. If you let me read you the rest of David's psalm, this is what he had to say. But I trust in your unfailing love. My heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing the Lord's praise, for he has been good to me. You see, David could look at his life and he could remember how God had been there for him. God had blessed him. God had delivered him before, and he knew God would save him again. So even in the middle of his pain, he was going to hang on to God. He could even sing praises to God in the middle of his pain. Even when he's crying out at nighttime or whenever in the psalm, how long, O Lord, will you forget me? He could still sing praises to God. And it seems like a contradiction to us, but it isn't. You see, that in some ways is a picture of life. We live in a world where there's a lot of pain, more pain to go around than what we want to go around. And a lot of it lands on us. And sometimes it doesn't seem it's going to get off from us. We don't think we're ever going to be free of it. But understand this, God has not abandoned us. Not in this world, He has not, and He never will. He has not abandoned you in your pain, no matter how horrific it is right now. Even though you may not see a way out, He has not abandoned you. So don't abandon Him. He'll be there. Keep praying, keep hoping, keep looking. He will be there. He was for David. He's been there for people all along, and He'll be there for you. And I just wanted you to know that. Thank you for your time.